Hello once again, everybody. Sorry it's been so long, but can't be doing these videos all the time. Had a lot of knives since my last video. Went to the California Custom Knife Show in Anaheim, which was pretty awesome. Got to enter myself into the Emerson Lottery and the Hinderer Lottery. Didn't luck out with the Emerson Lottery, but I did luck out in the Hinderer Lottery. Maybe more on that later. I've acquired several knives since that show, which was at the beginning of October. And it's been a lot of pretty decent stuff. Been very specific about what I've been getting. Mostly Emerson, Chris Reeve, the couple Hinderers. Been looking at some other customs too. Oh yeah, finally got my order, the Dozer bushcraft that I ordered, and my Charles May Scandi bushcraft that I ordered. They're both Scandi grinds, but anyway, yeah, haven't done videos on any of those knives. Just haven't felt like it. Let's see here. So, oh yeah, today we're doing this video, I guess, as an account update, and the knife that arrived today is the Mnandi that I ordered. I opened the package because I hate getting out the knife and doing the cutting and all that nonsense while I'm trying to record. So yeah, I ordered this Mnandi from Plaza Cutlery. The Mnandi seems to have changed a little bit since I last had one. It looks like they changed the pivot design a bit, and I noticed that when I was at the Chris Reeve table at the Plaza Cutlery knife show. And I kind of like the change. I don't know why they did it, but they haven't changed the blade steel to S35 yet, and they said they won't for like 8 months or more. But yeah, the new Mnandis I don't know if you've noticed with Chris Reeves, any of you guys who are into Chris Reeves, but for a while all the inlay models seem to have disappeared. Like wood inlay Sabenzas, Micarta inlay Sabenzas, the wood inlay Mnandis, well, they're all wood inlay. They were all gone. Like all they had was the regular production stuff, and I don't know if they lost people at the factory or if they were making a whole bunch of changes. There was a limited availability of materials for a while, or production of the tie lock slowed everything down. Don't know. Haven't talked to Chris Reeve about that. I should have asked him when I was at the show and I talked to him, but those questions didn't come to mind. But anyway, the new Mnandis are finally popping up on the market. And I usually get the wood ones. I'd never bought an ivory one before because I think the woods are really nice and they're usually half the price. But I figured this time around, why the hell not? Let's get the ivory. So I was waiting for one to pop up, or no, honestly, I was waiting to try and find another box elder to replace the really nice one that I sold. And you've probably seen that video, the one where I cut myself here or there somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but yeah, that was a really, really nice Mnandi. The box elder was probably the best I'd ever seen, and I sold it like a dumbass. But so now I got another Mnandi ivory this time. Let's take a look at it. So the Plaza Cutlery business card was here with my receipt, and I didn't know what this was when it rolled out of the box. But it is a Plaza Cutlery pen. It says thank you right there. It's a pen here. Oh, get that on camera. And I don't know if this is a Fisher Space pen. I doubt it because that's expensive. No, looks like a regular pen insert here. Yep, regular pen, which is fine. I'm not expecting a Fisher Space pen for free. So it's a pen there, and then it looks like the cover is a stylus because this is like a rubberized plastic tip here. But what device on earth still uses a stylus these days? I figured with modern screens you might do more damage with a stylus than using your finger like intended. And then the butt end of this is pull the little thing off. It's a light. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty nice touch from Plaza Cutlery. Here's the downside to Plaza Cutlery. I live in California. Plaza Cutlery is in California. So this is one instance where I have to order something online because I'm in Northern California, they're in Southern California, can't drive there, and I have to pay tax. You know, when I walk into a store that's near me, or if I'm, you know, at that store on vacation or whatever, fine, gotta pay tax. But seriously, I really don't like ordering things online that I have to pay tax on. I guess it's because I've been spoiled by all my other orders, you know, not having to pay tax because usually they come from out of state. But this time around, Plaza Cutlery had the Mnandi I wanted, excuse me, and I had to pay tax. And because I'm impatient, I paid for express mail. Now this was wrapped up in another wrapper that had a printed out label that said express mail, so this didn't confuse them. All the priority logos were covered, but I paid, you know, over $20, almost $30 for express shipping, and it was shipped out Friday. It should have been here Saturday. Like, I mean, I know California's a big place, but it's still the same state. It could have been here Saturday. I don't know why it wasn't, you know, so it arrived today, which is Monday, and I could have gotten the same results from priority mail for probably $10. So a little upset about that. I'm going to inquire to see if their zip code to my zip code was a guaranteed one-day delivery, if that counts for Saturday, and if I can get my money back. Okay, enough ranting. So the knife. Let's get the peanuts out of here. Oh, that's kind of stuffed in there. And I admit, I never ever get sick of seeing this box. It changes every time I see it. They change the stickers. When I got one from Knife Art, they had like the Knife Art sticker on here, which is like just a sticker just like this, one of these raised, shiny ones. I don't know, there's probably a special word for those kind of stickers. So there you go. Mnandi, Mammoth Bark Ivory. Now you'll notice this is not your typical Mammoth Bark Ivory. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit more white than your typical Mammoth Bark Ivory. Okay, and no, I'm not gonna, you know what's in the box, for God's sake. I'm not gonna show everything. But it does come with these lovely leather pouches. Ooh, this one's different than the last one. Much, well, let's say not much. Slightly thicker leather. More grain in the leather. It's darker color. And it's shinier. That was one thing that did bug me about the past few calfskin pouches I've had for the Mnandis. They were really, really thin leather, and they just felt like they were going to wear out. This is nice and thick. It's still not as thick as the Sebenza slip pouches, though. I have an old Sebenza slip pouch that I accidentally hung on to when I sold a small wood Sebenza years ago. Hope the guy didn't take offense at that his new wood Sebenza didn't come with a leather slip pouch, but I totally forgot to put it in the box, and I still have it, and it's still brand new. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be using this one. I like it. Anyway, okay, so no more tissue paper these days. We've got the nice little Chris Reeve microfiber cloth, which I really like. I mean, this is a pretty high quality cloth, and to get one with every knife is nice. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Wow, pretty nice. Okay, yeah, the cracks are sealed over. I've never even handled one of these, so I didn't know what to expect. Yeah, the pictures really. Honestly, Plaza Cutlery does an amazing job on their pictures, but pictures cannot do justice to these things. I think they use too much studio lighting, or they use a light box or something, and I think that it makes the pictures look false. I like gritty reality photos that make it look like what it would in your hand. Yeah, this is really nice. Now, here's my thing, though. They had another knife on their site that was not listed as bark ivory. It was listed as regular ivory. And this one's got a bit deeper lockup than what I'm used to seeing. That's pretty good, though. Maybe I won't close it on my finger this time. Anyway, yeah, they had one that would... Okay, this side was like all cream. There weren't any of these dark lines. But this side had pretty similar dark lines, like one here and one here. If you go on their website, they might still have it up there for sale or listed as previously sold if it's sold by now. And it was $100 less than this one. I don't know if this actually qualifies as bark ivory. Maybe it does, maybe I'm wrong. But to me, bark ivory is where it's like all brown and green and a little bit of white around the edges. I mean, I know every piece of ivory is different, but I don't know. I guess, you know, you pay for what you want, regardless of this actually being bark ivory or not. This is the one I wanted, so that's the price I had to pay. And it's really gorgeous. Wow. See if I can give you a zoom on the new pivot here. You can see it's smaller than it used to be. It used to come out more, and it was more domed, kind of like a button, a snap button. I don't know if that makes sense. This is more inset into the knife. Man, I want this camera focused close up. There we go. Some people may like this change, some people may hate it. You can see the washers in there. I honestly think the Mnandi is one of the best representations of a gentleman's knife. I mean, honestly, I think if someone else made this knife and this as a custom, and this was like the only knife they made, they'd sell everyone easily. You know, this reminds me of like all those really, really nice custom handmade slip joints you see from like Davison and whoever else. I used to have a Davison. I don't think I ever did a video on it, but it was actually elephant ivory. And I'm sure it was legally obtained elephant ivory, not poached elephant ivory, but I felt bad having it, so I sold it. Call me weird, but you know, I'm okay having the ivory of an extinct dead animal, but if there's any chance in hell that an elephant was murdered for its ivory, I do not want to possess it. Anyway, so back to custom slip joints. You know, those custom slip joints are exquisite, man. They put such amazing work and detail into those customs, and this reminds me of those knives. And it's in the same price range too, but you get, instead of, you know, stainless steel and, you know, a little, maybe some brass or some nickel bolsters or something, and an old style blade, you get modern blade steel, modern blade finishing, titanium. You know, it's not necessarily better, it's just different. There's nothing wrong with those old style custom knives, man. They make them super high quality. I'm almost up to 13 minutes on this video. I hope I can upload it to YouTube. I know my account's been updated to allow for longer videos, hopefully up to 15 minutes maybe now. Anyway, rambling again. So yeah, you know, tell me what you think. I won't cut myself this time on this one. It's good to have a Mnandi again. I've you know, got a lot of tactical knives recently, and while they're really nice, you know, like here's a Emerson Gentleman Jim custom. You know, even Ernie admits himself that he tried to make a gentleman's knife, and he made another tactical knife, and it's huge compared to this, and it's thick compared to this. And this is almost a 4-inch blade, so you know, it's a full-size tactical knife. It's just slick looking. The only thing close to a gentleman's knife that Ernie Emerson has made is like the Mini A100. Aside from his old pre-tack customs. But yeah, I'm going into gentleman's knives again, having so many tacticals in the past couple months. It's different things you appreciate with these, the details. You know, the size, as opposed to something that fills up your hand. It's something you can hold between your fingertips. It's pretty to look at. You know, all the edges are rounded, everything's polished perfectly, it's smooth, it's sexy, as opposed to this custom, which costs a lot more than this. You know, Ernie makes no apologies when he makes a knife. These bolsters don't, or these micarta handles don't fit the titanium liners perfectly. The bolster is flush on this side, but not flush on this side. There's a grind flaw right here. I don't know if you can kind of see a little bubble in the grind right there, unevenness. You know, these are the things that people accept with Emerson knives because they don't see them as flaws. Most custom makers, you know, won't sell a knife like that because they try to make it as perfect as possible, unless they're new to the game and they don't care. They're like, oh, well, I'm new, that's my product. But anyway, oh crap, I'm over 15 minutes. I don't know if it'll fit. That's what she said. Okay, Ivory Mnandi. I think it's beautiful. I'm gonna go play with it. Have a great afternoon, day, morning, whatever it is when you're watching this. Peace out.